Hey Nerwalls, I'm your host Luke Nerwall, and please tap subscribe for more weight loss stories and to join the Nerwalls. Anyone else lose weight because of petty reasons? Like the title says, I had a friend who was losing weight and kept making fun of me constantly for being obese. Eventually, I got fed up and thought, frig this guy, I'm gonna lose some weight to shove it in his face. After a few months, I outpaced him, but my motivations turned towards actually improving myself instead of spiting him. So, anyone else losing weight for petty reasons? I'm losing weight because I want to go on a trampoline with my children without breaking it. I mean, there are other reasons too, but this is what I'm focusing on. I think this is an important tip for people who can't seem to succeed. Why you're motivated doesn't matter, as long as it keeps you going, however petty or silly it may seem. The best motivation is the one that works. Inserting caveat. If your motivation is one based on negative emotions, self-hate, depression, self-image issues, etc., you need to seek professional help or talk with a loved one about said emotions. That rabbit hole of losing weight because of negative reasons ends up becoming an ED really quick. Learn that the hard way. I started losing weight because of my girlfriend's dad always saying that I was looking heavier and heavier every time he saw me. Now I'm 20 pounds down and 15 more to go to reach my goal. I've tried to lose weight to prove others wrong. I ended up giving up and saying, F you, I have no reason to listen to you. A classic breakup diet to help with the broken ego, with the petty stance of screw you, I'll show you what you threw away. Double ego points if they want you back after. Triple points if you tell them where to shove it when they ask. Yes, this. Although, to be honest, I don't want my exes to ask me back. Although it would be hilarious if they did and I told them to screw off. That would be satisfying. I don't understand the selfishness and the shallowness and cruelty of breaking up with someone because they gained or lost weight or changed their appearance somehow and then having the audacity to ask that person out again. Like, ew, at this gross behavior when people do that. We're all better off without them. Yes, my brother used to call me fat when we were younger, made fun of me, saying I looked like an inverted triangle, lol. Now he praises my ability to exercise and keep a healthy diet. He is the gym all day, every day kind of guy, and I was the move as little as possible kind of gal. A weird sibling thing when you literally have nothing else in common but your parents. It wasn't the reason I lost weight, but I did have a friend that it felt good to pass up. She had her baby about a year before I had mine, and I was pretty heavy after having him. She weighed like 175 pounds, and I was around 210 a few months after I had him. She would take every opportunity to remind me that I was bigger than her. She'd bring over a pair of jeans and be like, these are so big on me that they're falling off, so I figured they'd fit you. She did this all the time. It was extra annoying because she had no sense of style and there was no way I was going to wear her old stuff. I hadn't seen her in a while and hung out with her a few weeks ago. She obviously gained at least 20 pounds and I'm at 155 now, only 10 from my goal. It felt so good to see her jealous. I remember in high school when I broke up with my first boyfriend, my mom held me while I cried and listened to everything I had to say. And when I was feeling better, she said, now you have choices. You can be sad and show the world you're sad and that will help you or hurt you accordingly. Or you can wash your face, go for a run, get out tomorrow and put on your favorite heels and give them hell on your own terms. Either way, I love you and you deserve better. I took that to heart. And every time I've been broken up with, I've chosen option 2. There's something about sadness that makes physical activity feel so good. Motivation. The trick is not losing all your motivation when you're content. If someone can show me that secret door, I'll shake your hand. I lost 42 pounds out of spite. I live with parents that bought takeout every night and didn't know how to cook. I was scraping by with very little money, but I put it all towards stir-fryable veggie packs and cheap chicken. It was tough, but they were constantly trying to make me fail, and I didn't let them. You can do this. Kind of embarrassed to admit, but I started losing weight because a fairly fit guy rejected me and I was super depressed about it. Now I'm 90 pounds down and loving my life. I have so much more energy and enthusiasm to get out there and do stuff. I no longer have time for a man. My best friend is getting married in 2021. Might be delayed because of the pandemic, but a big wedding will be happening, and she's told me that she's going to ask me to be a bridesmaid. I want to be healthy, if not skinny, for those wedding photos. There are other reasons, but this one was the petty, timely reason. I was talking to a friend and casually said something like, I know I'll never look like I did before I had my kid, but I've at least got to start trying to shift this weight. I crap you not, she smirked at me and said, yeah, no, you'll never get back to that. Oof, challenge accepted. I'm 14 pounds down since that comment. I want to fit into my old clothes. I had a lot of really cute clothes from high school and I want to fit into them again. And plus, I was in academic decathlon, so I had to have a suit, and my mom bought me a $300 size 10 wool Banana Republic suit because it was an investment and I could wear it forever. Yeah, and then I gained weight and couldn't wear it anymore, and I feel really bad about it. The good news is that I almost fit into my size 12 suit now, so hopefully I'll be able to fit into my nice size 10 wool suit sometime soon. In the meantime, I gave it to my also size 10 mom temporarily so that at least someone can wear it while I'm too big. Honestly, I don't hate my body. I just want it to look better. I want to take up slightly less space. I don't want to jiggle when I run. I want to fit in the clothes I still have that I can barely zip up halfway but used to fit perfectly. I want to feel lighter and stronger and look lighter and stronger. Strangely enough, when I was focusing on my health, it never worked out. But by focusing on my looks and feelings, it's a bigger motivation. It's not from self-hatred, but I want physical and visible improvements and changes that I know are possible. No one else will care how I look. I care how I look. It's for me when I look at myself in the mirror, not for when someone else looks at me. My weight loss started after someone who I thought was a very close friend of mine texted a group chat of people saying I was fat, and I ended up seeing it. I started to lose weight as an FU to him. However, I also started to love the way I was feeling and how much more energy I had once I started focusing on my health. Now, I'm doing it for no one other than myself, and I no longer talk to him. I actually had a friend of mine tell me that now after my weight loss, he thinks I'm attractive and feels terrible about what he said. Good thing I started doing it for me and no one else, because now I don't care what he thinks, good or bad. I don't want to be fat and pregnant. The women in my family are all heavy and never really believed I would lose the weight because they were incapable of sticking with it. I lost 40 pounds from 206 and I've put about half back on, thanks pandemic, and I want to get down to 135 before my husband and I start trying to have a baby. My husband's family are all healthy weights, and all the women have been healthy and pretty during pregnancy, so I don't want to be the one fat pregnant lady. I am a bridesmaid in my friend's wedding. I didn't forever want to be embarrassed by photos of myself in the background that they would have for years to come. The wedding was scheduled 2 years out from when I found out, so I figured I could slowly and sustainably lose. Down 72 pounds. The wedding got moved to September 2021, 6 pounds to go until I hit goal weight, and then I get to learn maintenance. I lost 90 pounds because I wanted to be hot in cosplay. A lot of health benefits have come out of it, but the initial reason was dumb. I still have 60-ish to go, but now I'm doing it for my health too, and not only to be hot in hella cosplay. I'm losing weight because my mom constantly criticizing my weight last summer when I visited her. She's a very competitive person and kept telling me how skinny she is now that she has a thigh gap. I roll. So I took myself seriously in January and finally fit into a couple of dresses and pair of jeans I couldn't get past my calves last year. I don't have a scale in my apartment, so I don't know how much weight I actually lost, but I'm feeling pretty good about myself most days now. I still want to lose a bit more centimeters in my waist or just lose my pooch belly a bit, but I'm trying to do it slowly so I don't go through the JoJo effect. I'm mainly focused on my health, getting my cholesterol in check and being able to walk 10k steps a day without feeling super exhausted or breathless. I already accomplished the latter, so once gyms reopen, I'm thinking about doing something with weights or just the treadmill to be honest. But yeah, my petty reason was similar to yours, to win against my mom and make her friends stop making comments about how much weight I gained at university. Can't wait to see their stupid faces once I visit her again. It started years ago when a long-distance girlfriend broke up with me because I wasn't confident enough. So the next day, after being a depressed crap, I lost 40 to 50 pounds or so over 5 to 6 months. Got confident as hell, moved to a new place after maintaining it for a while, and then gained it all back. Lost it all again for military, and gained it all back in basic training. Recently got out months ago, and lost it all again. And now, at my lowest weight at 159 pounds or so. My motivation this last time was also lack of confidence with face pictures, video chatting, etc. with a particular girl. Although I blew my original goal and plateau of 175 out of the window this time, I am still a bit insecure in a sense. I'll finally show pictures and such and get called cute and handsome, but it's extremely difficult going from 21 years of being obese to finally fit. Everyone keep pushing. This is my third time losing weight and I finally passed 175 pounds. It sucks, I know, but keep pushing. The transformation is the hardest part, both mentally and physically. Ignore weight fluctuations and stick to your goal. I ate somewhat of a cheat few days and gained 14 pounds. 14 pounds? Yep, water weight. Lost it all after going back on track for the next 3 days. A few more days I lose 1 to 2 more pounds of fat. And don't worry about small or huge weight fluctuations. Oh my gosh, yes. I started my weight loss journey at the beginning of quarantine just to make my ex jealous when I see him at university in a few weeks. But it has kept me accountable. I think petty reasons just kept pushing me to continue. In the past, whenever I wanted to lose weight because of good reasons, like to simply be healthy, I would always go back to my old ways. I think whatever reasons keep you going is what you should stick with. However, now, most of the reason to continue is because I simply like the weight loss process. It is so satisfying watching myself lose weight with a lot less effort than what I expected, and I like being healthier. I definitely think your reasons can change throughout your journey. And that brings us to the end, Narwhals. And please tap subscribe for more weight loss stories that help you stay on track and to join the Narwhals. And lastly, here's our featured Narwhal of the Day. Finally reached my goal weight after 1 full year, 33 pounds down. Thank you guys for the support.